Hey guys, how you doing? It's Oscar. It's been a little while, but I'm here. I'm actually going to do a quick shave video. A couple of reasons. First, I want to talk about a new product that I discovered through a friend at work. And I actually, it's the first time using it, so take you guys along for the ride. And also, I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about the Phoenix and real quick about my technique as I'm going through. So this video may be a minute or two longer than usual, but it's only because I kind of want to slow it down and kind of explain the process. I got a couple of guys at work that I have recently converted to wet shaving, or have already been doing it, just kind of want to broaden their product horizons a little bit, and a couple that are still kind of on the fence, and even a couple that are still kind of, you know, refusing to get on board and swear by the can of goo and cartridge razors. But so, getting into the product real quick, I was talking with a buddy of mine who, he's only used creams, Taylor Bond Street, and stuff that he can find on Amazon. He's ventured into Razor Rock, a couple products from Razor Rock, and he's found this one. Because he has sensitive skin, and he's a sandalwood fan. He said he was searching on Amazon for sandalwood and sensitive skin products, and he came across this product here by a company called Bull and Bell Premium Supply Company. I had never heard of them, and I've never seen anything about them on the forums or in any of the discussions. And so I researched a little bit, went to their website, which is bullandbell.com. And they're a small company out of Hampton, New Hampshire. And they only have 3 scents that I saw. This one is amber and sandalwood, and that kind of intrigued me. It was a scent that I haven't seen from any of the other vendors, or a scent combination at least. You know, sandalwood is pretty much anywhere you look, but amber and sandalwood was something that kind of piqued my interest. And they also have a bay rum and a barbershop, so they have kind of the standard scents to choose from. Now it's a 4-ounce puck, or I'm sorry, a 4-ounce tin. On the website, they had it for $16.99, a little bit on the higher side. Per ounce, $4 plus 4 1/4 per ounce. And on Amazon it was $17.99, but as a Prime member, you have free shipping, and shipping from the website is not free. So, you know, that dollar difference between the website and Amazon kind of was made up for with the shipping. But looking at the ingredients, again, bullandbell.com, amber and sandalwood. And it's calling it a shaving soap. Now it says it has the standard stuff: stearic acid, water, potassium hydroxide, coconut oil, mango butter, glycerin, something called Tussa Silk, Tussah, Tussa Silk, cherry kernel oil, and fragrance. Now, has a nice, you know, twist off tin. Kind of reminds me of the Phoenix tins before he went to the plastic. Now, they're calling it a soap, but as you might see, the consistency and the texture is really soft. Reminds me of Taylor Bond Street out of the jar, which obviously is classified as a cream, and also kind of looks like the St. James of London creams in the jar. So again, they're calling it a soap, but what I see is a very soft consistency. Now, as far as scent strength, I do get some sandalwood, but I get more kind of the amber actually. But what intrigued me about the combination was, you know, I showed him my Taylor Bond Street sandalwood, and that one is probably one of the most in-your-face sandalwoods that I've ever smelled. So I figured the amber would mellow it out a little bit and bring the scent strength down, and that's what it did. I would probably give this maybe a 6, 5.5 to 6 on scent strength, you know, on a scale of 10. But I like it. You do get the sandalwood if you take a good draw, a nice long inhale of it, but the amber is really what brings it down, and it's really enjoyable. He said, my friend Chris, who bought this, he said he really enjoys it. He uses on his face and on his head, and he said he really likes it. As for his sensitive skin, it works really well for him. So $16.99 for the 4-ounce on their website, bullandbell.com. I'm sorry, Bull and Bell. I keep wanting to say bull balls and bull and balls for some reason. But, add $17.99 on Amazon, though free shipping with Prime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat it as a cream. What I wanted to do, I have my EverReady Restore from Thomas Burgess, 2-band finest. I am actually going to not, because it's not my soap, I'm going to avoid sticking the brush in there. So I will actually take out, again, because it's easy to take out, I'm going to take out about that much, like we would for a cream. I have a feeling that's going to be too much. I'm going to insert it into the bristles here, as I learned to when I was beginning from Nick Shaves. And I'm actually going to take it, to the bowl for a minute to see the latherability, and from there I'm going to go straight to the face. So I put a little residual water in the bowl, and I'm going to start lathering. But hope everyone's been good. I know I haven't seen you guys in a little while. Just work and chasing after Michael, stuff like that. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of water. So, like I said, hope everyone's been good. The lather's a little loose. I think the brush might have been a little too wet. So I'm actually going to get a little bit more product. This is where I was wondering if I should treat it like a cream or really lather directly from the puck like I would a soap. But hopefully it'll turn out well. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I did need to bring up a little bit more product. Okay. Alright, this could take a while. I know bowl lathering may take a while, but it's building up pretty well. So I'm going to get rid of the bowl, wet my face real quick. So yeah, I want to kind of sell, or at least I showed a couple of the guys the Phoenix online, the Phoenix double open comb, and I showed them a video like Con did a review when the Phoenix first came out, and showed them that, and they were kind of like, that razor looks like a beast because it doesn't look like anything they've used. A little more water. Yeah, that smell is really coming out. We got about 3 days worth of growth. Yeah, I've been seeing everybody doing that push-up challenge for the veterans. It's really a cool idea. The veterans are one of those, groups you don't hear a whole lot about as far as what they're going through and all the PTSD and whatnot that's been happening when they come home, and a lot of them, unfortunately, well, anybody who who's kind of, I don't know, mentally ill, if you want. A lot of people don't share what's going on, and you don't find out till it's too late. So that push-up challenge thing is a good thing. Raise awareness and whatnot. All right, looks like a pretty good lather. A little bit on the looser side. A little bit more water would help. But I like it. That's, like I said, the scent is really coming out. So I was talking to the guys about the Phoenix, and I was explaining to them how with the double open comb, what I liked most about it was the fact that as you go down, it leaves the trails of product. So you can get a lot done with just the one lather. So my technique is, as you'll see, I'll go with the grain, and then just go straight into a cross grain. Then I'll switch with grain, cross grain, with the grain on the mustache, and then across, with the grain, and then across. The neck is where it gets tricky. I'll talk about it when I get there. So you want to line it up. Again, I'm going to say some of the basics, but this is more for them, the guys that are kind of learning, whatever. So you line up where you want the your sideburn basically to be. Get your angle, and then go. Zero pressure. What I keep hearing from the guys at work is, oh, I don't want to slit my throat. I don't want to bleed all over the place. And I said, you know, every single one of us who does this thought the same thing. And then the main rule of thumb is no pressure. No pressure. So again, line it up, get your angle, and go. So see, there's still trails of product there, which allows me to go straight into the cross grain. And I could even go into against the grain if I wanted to, because there's still enough product left there. But then I'm trying to see this up. Still haven't figured out how to speed up these parts with the YouTube video editor. So I'm going to try and speed through it a little bit. So see, product still trails. And then cross the grain. And I told them how, you know, it's really important to figure out, basically map your growth, figure out the direction of your growth. Now again, getting to my neck, I have this area here. The hair grows down towards my Adam's apple. Here and here, here and here, it grows out. And then in the middle, it grows to the side. So what I usually do is I'll go with the grain here, just down a little bit. And then depending on the time I have, I'll either go out with the grain, because it actually grows out and up. So I'll go up, with the grain this way, and then with the grain this way, and then across the grain on the Adam's apple. But when I'm kind of pressed for time or whatever, I will actually go straight into an up swipe here, because with the hair growing this way, I actually will get a with the grain and a cross grain at the same time, because it grows diagonally. So the hair grows diagonally and I'm going up, I'm getting the with grain and cross grain at the same time. And I haven't had any irritation problems doing that. Usually if I have a little more time, or I really want to, you know, I enjoy the scent of something and I really want to take my time with it, then I will just do that with the grain pass, and then re-lather and then go up. So, which essentially turns the shave into a 4-pass shave, which I really don't mind doing, because fortunately I've been able to get the technique down enough to where it doesn't really cause much irritation. So again, now I'm going here. Grain goes out and up this way. So bringing it up goes with the grain and across the grain at the same time. And here on the Adam's apple, the hair actually grows directly to the side this way. So I'm going straight into a cross grain pass by going up. And then I'll just kind of touch up, because there's still a little bit of trail of product. Okay, that was my first pass. Now I'll rinse. And re-lather. My technique calls for, what I'll actually do is I will, look, second pass, the lather kind of dissipates. So it didn't, something to keep in mind. Oh well, here it's coming. There it goes. So definitely it seems like you got to watch the product to water ratio, because the water could dissipate the lather pretty quick. But my technique is such that I'll just do basically the 2 lathers on the face, since I did the with the grain and the cross the grain on the first lather. second lather on the face will all be against the grain. And then my third lather will only be on my neck because I only do the 2 passes on the face. So the lather is a little thinner than the first time. But it still feels really slick, and I know I'm gonna get the slickness isn't gonna suffer very much, but the volume of the lather obviously is a little bit less. So I'll go straight into against the grain, trails, just up to the sideburn line. And obviously I'm still getting good audible feedback. By the way, it's Personna Lab Blue on its third shave. And actually, when we were looking on Amazon, the Personna 100 blade box came up for 10 bucks and some change. So I'm kind of trying to get the guys. They just have a bunch of different blades right now. I think he said he had bought or one of the guys said he had bought some Wilkinson's, 100 pack of Wilkinson's. So here's my version of Peter's Fool's Pass, but just not with a straight razor. And then against the grain on the chin, actually cross grain. Against the grain underneath the chin because the hair grows down. And then now I'm going to go into because the hair grows diagonally, now I'm basically going, it's against the grain, but not directly against the grain like this. It's against the grain like this. So again, Adam's apple is always tricky, so I go over it really even more lightly with less pressure than I do anywhere else. Rinse. Alright, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do. All I'm going to record. I'm going to do one more quick pass on the neck for touch-up and buffing. And then just do my post-shave with my witch hazel. Witch hazel and splash. I'm actually going to use a sandalwood scented splash that another guy at work made. He delved into a little bit of soap making, only made I think 8 or 10 pucks, and then he dabbled into the aftershave a little bit. So I'm going to use that as well. It's also sandalwood. I'll talk about his products in another video. But so I know I'm going on 18 minutes now, and like I said, I knew it was going to be a little bit longer, but I wanted to talk about this product again, Bull & Bell Premium Supply Company. They have a website, bullandbell.com, and they are also on Amazon. This is the Amber Sandalwood. They also have a Bay Rum and a barbershop scent. So check them out if you're curious. Like I said, it's a softer soap for sensitive skin. So, you know, overall, I'd probably give it a maybe a 7 out of 10 overall. But again, that's just me. You know, somebody else, it might be their unicorn. They might really like it. So that's about it. Hope everybody's well. Stay good. Peace. Bye.